Hello Flosstube, my name is Barbie and this is my channel Pedal Pusher where I talk about cross stitch. I might start adding a few other things in with the cross stitch, but we'll talk about that at the end. So if you are new here, thanks for joining me. If you've been here a while, thanks for coming back. I know I have not been the most diligent about making videos this spring, but I've been busy. So have you, I know. I will tell you right now I'm going to try to do better, but we'll see. I make no promises. You know how life is. I've got kids and it's the end of the school year and things start getting busy and it's nice out and I'm going to be outside in my garden and I've been out there a lot lately. So stitching and video making sometimes takes a little bit of a backseat to things that have to get done outside while the weather's nice. But I do have a few things to show you today, a couple things to talk about. This should be a pretty short video, so let's get to it. At the beginning of March was Needlework Expo. If you didn't see my Expo video I put out, you can go back and watch it. It's pretty short. It just kind of explains the 3 releases I had for Needlework Expo. I'm sure most of you probably have heard about it by now. If you haven't, it was a wholesale trade show that we did virtually online, and it kind of took the place of the in-person one that usually happens in Nashville every March. It was so much fun. Like, at first I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sit here in my basement by myself for 3 days staring at my computer hoping someone like rings the little doorbell and comes in my booth and chats with me. And there were a couple moments of boredom, I'm not gonna lie, but I really ended up enjoying it. I got so much work done down here. It was great because for once my kids had strict instructions. Daddy's upstairs, don't bother mommy. Ask him. You can handle it. He's a grown-up too. He can take care of you. Leave me alone because I'm working. It's hard to get that uninterrupted time sometimes. Those of you with little kids, you know what I'm talking about. And so I was able to like clean and organize this area. Don't look back there. Shh. You don't see that back there. There you go. Clean and organize at least this space that I hadn't been able to do for like 6-7 months. I was able to go through and get my file cabinet kind of set up. It was really, really nice to just focus and get stuff done. And then it was wonderful too because I did have shop owners coming in and getting a chance to talk with them. It was really fun because as a designer, you could go to other designers' booths and get to say hi to them and see some old friends. It was great. It was so nice to see people and friends that you hadn't seen in a while and get to talk to people. It's not as good, of course, as being there in person, but man, it was nice. It was so nice. So it was great. I'm just going to run through my Expo releases really quick in case you didn't see that last video or haven't seen them on Instagram or anything. These are all available. You can call your LNS, or they're on my Etsy website as both PDF or as in paper copies. So let me run through them. I had a new punch needle. It is called Robin's Nest. If you haven't tried punch needle, I'm going to keep encouraging you to try it. It's really fun. There's a little bit of stuff you have to gather at the beginning, your punch needle, the weaver's cloth, fabric. But once you have those materials, you can make gobs of stuff. Like I think I got a yard of punch needle fabric, weaver's cloth, I believe is what it's called. And I mean, I've barely made a dent in it, and I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things this size, I think. Wait, yeah, 5. So it really goes a long way. So once you make that initial investment and it's not crazily expensive, then you kind of have it from there on out. So the patterns that I've been releasing, they're nice and small. They're very, very beginner friendly. So if you're thinking about giving it a try, this one or Pick Your Own Pumpkin that I did in the fall, great options because they don't use very many colors. It's all DMC. I think I punched this in 1 day. Once you get the hang of it, it's really fun. It's really easy. It's kind of a nice break from stitching sometimes because, especially if you have a really good show or movie that you're watching, you can just boom, 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 punch away and you can watch the TV a little bit better. You don't have to count. You don't really have to think. You're just kind of filling in a big space. So give it a try. Look into it. I think you'll like it. It's really, really fun. My other 2 releases are both cross stitch, and neither one are super huge. So again, totally doable for quick spring stitch. This one is called Cloverdale Cottage. It's a little washed out there. Let me see if I That's a little bit better. It's really hard finding what the correct lighting is here down in my basement, because if I use my overhead lights, it tends to wash things out and really glare things. So I've got my ring light, I've got a little lamp, just trying to figure out the right setting, so bear with me. So this is stitched on Coloring Cotton raw muslin, I believe, 32 count linen, and it uses a mix of Coloring Cotton flosses, DMC, and I think 2 Gentle Arts. And then it's Lady Dot Creates chenille on the edge, and the board is from Scarlet Sky Designs TX on Etsy. So quick little stitch. I liked this because my thought behind it, and I won't go too much into each one of these in case you've already heard of them, sorry. I wanted something that could be March, St. Patrick's Day, if that's your decor thing, but I feel like it's not so like leprechauns and rainbows that you can't leave it out all spring. So it's just kind of springy to me, but it could be March and beyond. That was that one. And the last one, which has been getting lots of love from you guys, so thank you, is called While Away the Hours. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, and I will let you sing that song now all day long. This is also stitched on Coloring Cotton Havana 32 count, and it uses Weeks Dye Works, a couple DMCs, I believe, and 1 Gentle Art. So really fun, really pretty. Again, not super huge. This didn't take really long to stitch because the wording goes pretty fast. So a good fun spring stitch if you are looking for something like that. All right, let's move on to, I guess we'll do whips. I don't have a ton of whips because once Expo was over, I was busy doing all my shipping and all that kind of stuff. I've been working on dreaded tax stuff and things of that nature, but I did manage another little mini finish. I just did this the other night, so I am bound and determined to get these rainbow nutcrackers done. If you watched my last regular video, I showed you I had finished, I think, Nutcracker number 3. Number 4 is done. Here he is. The Minty Nutcracker. He is also a trumpet player or bugle player in my little drum and bugle corps of nutcrackers. So I have 1 left to go. I still am madly in love with these guys. I think they're so fun. This is on a piece of 18 count fiddler's cloth that I then dyed with some sort of combination of blue rit. So it's kind of nice getting to stitch on Ada because it does make things a little faster and easier at night when you're tired and you don't have to like, am I in the right hole? You just plop it in. So I've got 1 guy left. He's going to be in the blue turquoisey kind of color family. He will be a drummer, and I'm hoping to start on him maybe in the next day or 2. We'll see, kind of getting things ready for Easter, so we'll see if I have time. But this pattern is very loosely, very loosely based on the Nutcrackers by Prairie Schooler. This guy is very much what's there, but I changed colors. Did I change anything? I can't remember. Definitely changed the colors because you're not going to see a hot pink drummer from Prairie Schooler anytime soon. And then the other guys are kind of all adapted versions of that pattern. So it is based off of it, but I went wild with it, and I love it. My other whip, I debated whether or not to show you, but I will. This is going to be a new release, hopefully really soon. Again, depends on how much stitching time I have, but it is a spring design, so I do want to get it out while it's spring. Hopefully some of you are still stitching spring and haven't I'm moving on to summer. So that's all I will show you for now. It'll be a sweet small little stitch, but it's turning out really pretty. Here's some more colors that are going to go in it. Aren't those nice? I am using a lot of color and cotton floss, which will bring me to something else real quick here. And a little DMC. I like to mix using some DMC and some of the fancy flosses. Do you guys do that? Do you like that when you have patterns, or do you prefer it like, I want it all DMC, or I want it all fancy floss, or do you kind of like it? Because when I'm designing, I try to think like, well, this is a big area, so a variegated floss or hand-dyed floss I think would be really good. But if it's little small bits, I think I wouldn't want to buy a whole skein for, 10 stitches or something. So that's where I try to sub in those DMC colors. I always provide a DMC conversion for the fancy floss, but I just kind of wanted to see, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about that? So let me know. You might have noticed I am kind of veering towards using a little bit more of color and cotton. So I was digging through one of the things I did during Expo. Hang on, I can feel a hair. There it is. During Expo, up there, that box right there, my finger's touching, has kind of my own personal collection of flosses that I've gathered over the years. And several years ago, I was in the Color and Cotton Thread of the Month or Floss of the Month, I forget what it's called, club. And now that she has kind of her own regular line out that stores are starting to carry, I thought, well, I want to go through and see what I have so that as a designer, I can use these flosses in my patterns and stores have them, or you can get them more readily available on the Color and Cotton website. So these are the pretties that I have that are in her regular line. Aren't those gorgeous? And I'm going to be collecting more. I've already got more on the way. Look at this. I think this one's my favorite. I love cool colors. Look at those blues and greens and purples. So, do you use Color and Cotton? I know I'm asking you a lot of questions. Do you guys use Color and Cotton? Have you tried her floss before? If you haven't, I highly suggest it. You get 8 yards in a skein. I think most of the other companies it's 5 usually, and they stitch really well. They tend not to tangle. Sometimes some of the other ones, I love their colors, but they might tangle and knot a little bit more, but I've never really had that issue with Color and Cotton. And like I said, I've been using her flosses for like, I don't know, 5 years, 4 years. It's been a while. I use them on a lot of things that I personally convert just for my own stitching, but I'm trying to use them more and more in designing because I just think they're fantastic and the colors are great and I love them. So let me know what you think. Have you used her fabrics before? Or fabrics. She does have great fabrics too, and I'm using those a lot more too. But have you used Color and Cotton floss? And do you want me to keep designing with it? Because I really like designing with it. It's fun. It's fun, fabulous. I can't speak. It's that great. What else? What else? I do have some giveaways that are way overdue. It's like 2 months since my last regular video. You guys are probably like, oh, I entered a giveaway? I don't even remember because it was so long ago. And you take forever to make a video, Barbie, and I've moved on. So I'm giving away 2 things. Let's go ahead and do it since I'm talking about it. So I am giving away, just in time for Easter. I'm sure you won't get it stitched in time since today is the Wednesday before Easter. Oops, there's always next year. So it's in your Easter bonnet, and I'm also giving away this cute little piggy needle minder from Scarlet Sky Designs TX. And since I've been so late, I'm giving away 2. So this one, same pattern. You get the little chicken rooster. I don't know how to tell the difference that well. Anywho, so our 2 winners, and I've already commented on your comments. So please email me your name and your address, and I'll get those out to you as soon as I can. It is Sprinklestein Stitches. Oop. You get the one with the piggy. And the other winner is Joanne McNiven. You get the one with the chicken. So congratulations. Go ahead and message me like I said, and I'll get those out to you as soon as I can. I am going to do another giveaway, and I'm not going to wait 2 months before I draw the winner for this one. Hold me to it. Message me, email me, yell at me if you need to. So this time, since it's getting to be that time of year, I'm starting to get a little itchy to get out in the woods and go see all my favorite wildflowers out there. I'm going to give away where the wildflowers grow. Since this is a little tricky to see, I took it down off my wall upstairs and brought it down. If I could just know what side to hold it on. There you go. So this was a Nashville 2020 market release. It fits in a standard size frame. This one's from Walmart, and I still love it. It's got bluebells, it's got violets, it's got spring beauties, it's got little trilliums, all of my favorite springtime woodland wildflowers. So if you would like to win this, comment wildflowers somewhere in your comment. Be 18 and over. I'll ship US or international. Oh, and I'm also going to give away this needle minder from Scarlet Sky Designs. Very cute. Put that on there now so I don't forget. Yeah, be 18. Comment. Don't say giveaway. Please be a subscriber. All that good stuff. You know how to do it. So yell at me if I don't give that away like in the next couple weeks. I'm going to try really hard. Promise. Pinky promise. I do have a little bit of haul, and then I think that's about it for the day. So I got, like so many of you, my punch needle and primitive stitcher. So many cute things in here. I was going to see if I could show you what my favorite was, but I don't know that I have a favorite. There's too many cute ones. I feel like there was a lot of punch needle. Look at that. Stephanie and her kitties. So cute. I won't make you sit here and watch me flip through, but I thought there was one that had stood out to me that I was like, oh, yeah, cute. I'd do that one real quick. Oh, I did like this punch needle because it's so bright and cheery. I don't know. Could be beyond my skill level, but we'll see. In all my free time. Then, I couldn't help myself. I had to get a few Expo releases because the designs that everyone was putting out were fantastic. I'm sure you've seen them from your favorite designers because they were all just amazing. It was hard to be like, okay, you need to limit yourself on how many you're going to get because you don't need to buy everything from everybody, even though I kind of wanted to. I was trying to like, all right, Barbie, realistically, what time do you have to stitch these? Be smart. Pick the ones you just can't live without. So that's what I did. So first from the blue flower, I got Language of Flowers Spring. And if you are a person who likes daffodils at all, like I do, I love daffodils. I love that they're like the first thing that comes up in my garden. They last a really long time. I love all the different varieties of them. And this, when I saw she even had just like a teaser of it, like this little corner, I was already sold. I'm like, I have to have that. I don't know what the rest of the design is, but just seeing those few little daffies, had to get it. So I'm hoping to start these soon because I really, really, really love it. I love those colors, those yellows and creams and the little like bits of coral. Fantastic. And while I was ordering from Janine, I have been kicking myself for a solid year for not getting this at Nashville Market last year because it was beautiful, it was gorgeous, and I thought, everyone's going to love it. You're going to see everybody stitching it, and you're going to probably get sick and tired of it, so don't buy it. Because you're going to be like, I've seen it too much. And I've seen it over this last year, and I'm still madly in love with it, and I had to have it. Huckleberry Farm. It's just too pretty. I mean, the butterfly, I love this border. Every time I see people working on that border, in that house, it's just too good. So yeah, that's in the I gotta stitch that someday pile too because it's too beautiful and I need it somewhere in my house with all those pretty little things on it. The other one that I got, you can tell I was in a very like spring, it's spring, flowers and butterflies kind of mood. But I had to have this one too. Again, it's just too gorgeous. I can totally see this fitting into my decor in my house. I couldn't pass it up. It's Butterfly Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. I totally want to like find one of these old paperweights. You know which ones I'm talking about. You've seen them at like the antique mall, and it has like the weird picture underneath it and like the fuzzy backing. I want to find one and do a butterfly under it. Like I just, I love it. So that was my haul. Those are my whips. Plans. Plans. Finish the nutcrackers. Get that done so I can kind of move on. I feel like I'm in this mood of like, get a project done. Work on it till it's done. Don't put it away. Just keep plowing away at it, working on it till it's done. I kind of want to clear out some of my old whips that I have. So there's a lot. I'm not going to lie. I really need to work on them, but we'll see. I've been really good this month about focusing on getting more, I don't know if it's me time, but like concentrated work time. Like now that my office space is pretty clean, I feel motivated to be in here. I feel motivated to work. I've gotten into a routine where after I drop everybody off at school, I come down, I've got about 2 hours kid-free in the morning, and it's my time to like get in here, focus, and work and get stuff done. So I'm working on some new designs for you guys. I can't wait for you to see them. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. I was telling you there might be a little bit more than just cross stitch on here. So in the last like year or two, I didn't really see my life taking this path. Like, yes, I'm petal pusher. I've always liked flowers. They're pretty, but I didn't necessarily get as into growing them as much. I admired them, but I didn't like, I don't know. I've just become like a garden freak in the last 2 years. Like I love planning my garden and planting my garden. It's dangerous for me to go to any store that sells a plant because I want to buy them all. I'm like, ooh, that's new. That's pretty. I think I need to take that home with me. So I might be adding a little gardening content, just a little, to the end of videos. I might even try to do this one if I can figure out how to edit. If there's no gardening content after I get done talking, you'll know that I could not figure out how to edit something from my computer and my phone together. But I'm going to try to work on that. That's a goal. Learn how to edit, Barbie. Come on, you're grown up. You can do this. There's tutorials out there. So anyway, so there might be a little garden content on the end. My husband and I have been really busy. This year we've added a whole new garden area. We've planted all kinds of berry bushes. We've got blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries. I planted rhubarb. I planted like 60 onions the other day. Who am I? I would have never planted onions a couple years ago, but I'm like, I need them for my tomato sauce, so I'm planting onions. So anywho, if you don't enjoy garden content, you can always skip by it, but if you do, I hope you'll stick around and watch. And if I can't figure it out, then this is the end of the video. If not, enjoy my garden, and I will see you guys the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, guys, welcome to my adventures in gardening. And I wanted to show you, this is my first year starting seeds, and I've got little sprouts. That's basil. It's doing well. I'm trying out some wild indigo. I got nothing so far, but this is the one that really astounds me. This is a stilby, and at first you're like, great, Barbie, it's dirt. Look at these teeny tiny sprouts. Now for reference, that's the head of my needle. They are the tiniest little things. Look, they're just little babies. Tiny little sproutlings. I mean, that's a drop of water up there. Let's see if I can do this. They're tiny, but they're alive. I'm so excited. These are for my back garden because it's very shady and a very big area, and I'm trying to be economical, so we're starting seeds. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we are out in my front garden bed, and I just had to show off. My bulb game is strong this year. Check out all those tulips that are getting ready to go, and my daffodils. Hope you can't hear whoever is chainsawing a few blocks away. They had to start right as I did my video. Look at those. Oh, I love them. I think those are from Color Blends, and I want to say, nope, I can't remember the name. I do know that these tulips are Color Blends, and if you want to buy a lot of bulbs, check them out because they have good prices and excellent bulbs. Look at these. These hyacinths were here when we moved in. But all the other daffodils and stuff I've planted. I'm loving these. I don't know what they're called. They were a mix from Walmart of double daffodils. And right now my daffies are at peak. So I had to share with you. The other stuff coming up here is called Spanish bluebells, again from Color Blends. And hopefully you'll see those in a few weeks. I'm gonna take you over and show you our new garden bed that my husband and I have been working on. So this is on the side of our driveway. We've planted 2 apple trees. So that's right there, an apple tree, and back there. And we decided to add a small raised bed for raspberries. So we're hoping it gets enough sunlight here. And we built this mound last weekend when it was nice. We've got some new paver stepping stones. It's a work in progress. It's a bit of a mess. We've got more beautiful tulips coming up. So we're gonna have 3 raspberries. The one in the middle is a transplant that we had in a different spot in our garden. It does have signs of life. It is a dwarf raspberry. And the other 2 were bare root stems. I covered them because it got cold last night. Sorry for my shadow. So we'll see. We'll see if they live. But we're doing a little stone path back to our backyard. And you can see children have been here and claimed them. So anyway, I will keep you posted on our progress here. And hopefully these raspberries grow and we have some tasty berries this year. Fingers crossed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.